Hello friends, today we are going to talk about a very simple, a very different kind of objection handling. Many people tell you that my tax planning investment is over, and this is a very common objection which is there. So there are two things that I use for when I talk about this to people, and I will tell you both these, how to handle this objection using two very different innovative concepts. So when somebody says my tax planning investment is over, then I tell them, sir, thank you very much, congratulations sir, you have completed your first step towards the 7 level to financial freedom. The 7 level to financial freedom. The 7 level to financial freedom, you have completed the first step, and actually I shake hands with him. So he actually gets shocked and he says, what? I have only completed first level. Yes sir, your tax planning investment is done, means you have completed the first level. And there he becomes open to what is this particular thing. You want to understand about 7 levels to financial freedom. I am not going to cover that content here because there are videos on my channel related to 7 level to financial freedom. I would like you to go through those, and of course you can contact our people if you want to know more about that. But let us go to the second part of this objection handling. If somebody says my tax planning investment is over, then how do you handle this example? So what this objection? So what I generally tell people is that, sir, do you remember the Titanic? Do you remember the Titanic? The Titanic was something that sank somewhere in 1912. It was one of the biggest ship, which was the most glamorous, the most outstanding, the one of the biggest sea liner of the times, and it was supposed to be an unsinkable ship. It was made so that it would never ever sink. And my dear friends, sir, this ship actually sailed out with the topmost people, the people who are the who's who of England, and this ship sailed out to actually move to a certain place. And what happened was that people said this would not sink, but unfortunately during the journey, somewhere in the late evening, it hit a very, very big iceberg, and the hull of this boat got ripped out, and three compartments in the ship's hull got filled with water, and finally it sank. There were 2,000 souls on this ship, and what happened was there was not enough lifeboats. The lifeboats which were there could only protect about 500 people, and therefore after the ship sank, 1,500 people died in the sea. That sea became a grave for them. Only 500 people survived because those were the lifeboats which were available on the ship. My dear friends, tax planning is something that is a suggestion, or it's something that is given by the government. They give a certain figure for which you get the tax planning benefit. You get the tax benefit on that investment. But do you think that you need to make only that much investment which is given by the government, or which is suggested by the government, or should you make an investment which will take care of the family? That's really the moot question, because what happened? The Titanic just had the lifeboats equal to whatever the government required for a license. They just had boats so that they could get the license, because they were so sure this ship is not going to sink, and therefore, even though in fact they might have gone and fought with the government that why do we require the lifeboats, because the ship is not going to sink, but probably they didn't get the license, and therefore they just had these boats enough, which was based on the license, enough to take care of 500, and the government also probably doesn't intervene in this, because that's something that they have for licensing purpose. Because the Titanic only took care of what the government license was, they lost 1,500 people in that particular mishap, and that was the greatest mishap of history in the high seas, and therefore 500 people only could be saved. Sir, if you are going to go by the benchmark that is given by the government, then you will only be in in a very difficult situation, because your family actually will not benefit from this particular investment. You have to make investment for taking care of the family, and not just taking care of what the government license or what the government directives are. I hope you understand this, sir. And then I send the form and I ask him to sign. Do you want to go beyond the directives of the government and also protect your family completely and fully? And that is what I talk about. So this objection handling again is a very emotional experience. I am not discussing with the client about whether he is right or wrong about what he is doing. I am taking the discussion out of the context and taking into a very different plane, so that we discuss something on a very different context, and therefore it helps in closing the client. My dear friends, if you like this content, please put it into the comment box. And if you want other videos on objection handling on other topics, please put them in the comments, because I would like to know what topics you are interested, so that we can make more videos. Also, if you have some doubts or confusions on this topic, you can put it in the comment box. And also, if you want other topics other than objection handling which you would like me to make videos, then please put in the comment box. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video with all your development officer and agent friends. They will definitely thank you for bringing them into this kind of content channel. Thank you very much.